Hey, welcome back. It's Brandon and Stuart again.
Uh,
10
Here
o'clock.
we're
No, 10 o'clock, 8
10
o'clock.
o'clock. I'm freaking late. I gotta go.
Yeah, 10 o'clock. That's nap time after we do the show. 8 o'clock, Tuesday morning, coffee with Brandon and Stuart. And I guess we're having technical difficulties, and that was kind of the handle for today. Was we were going to talk a little bit about technical stuff and all the technical stuff we're involved in, and it's great when it works, and it isn't when it doesn't. But
We depend on it so much as a society. Even I mean, for the show, like even now, I'm having to do something a little bit different because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just my microphone's like, "Hey, guess what? You're not going to work." So
yeah, and we get on the screen, and all of a sudden you're talking, and I can't hear you, or I'm talking, you're going like this, and we're trying to figure out what all. And when you go out to buy this equipment, it's like the information says it's as easy as pie. That
and it is
yeah,
usually.
an 8-year-old can do it. Except we ain't 8 years old anymore.
I mean, it's usually pretty easy. The problem is that we are so connected on so many things from our cell phones, our tablets, our secure. I mean, even I got a smart light bulb, which that just sounds stupid, but I got a smart light bulb that literally turns on and off at a certain time every day because it's connected to my Alexa or
Okay.
Echo or whatever you call it.
Well, they've had those kinds of bulbs set up so that when dusk hits,
Yes.
it could be your front doorstep light. Then at sunrise, it goes off all by itself. I mean, if you drive down the streets of most cities,
Well,
those
yeah.
lights are all timed for sunrise and sunset. Also,
I
uh,
also have this. It's the smart plug.
a smart plug.
I have no idea what I need it for, by the way. It's a smart plug that you connect and you can hook it up to your Alexa. And, 3-prong socket for indoor use only. But basically, if I want something to turn on and off at a certain time every day, she'll control it to do so. My problem is, what do I want? Like, I don't know. It's not a coffee pot because I don't use the coffee pot.
Yeah.
I use a drip or I use the French press. I don't need a fan. I don't have one of those fans. I don't want my TV to turn on. So I really genuinely just kept this because I think it's cool and I have no idea what to use it for.
That is yeah, but you have it just in case you
Well,
need it.
I think the only time I'm going to use it is instead of a timer for Christmas. I'll use it for my Christmas tree
That
because I'll just say, turn my Christmas tree on or turn whatever decoration I have on at this time. And
Yep,
that's what the only thing I'm going to use it for. Then it's going to go back in the Christmas box. But
that
again,
could make sense.
we're so connected. Think about it. Everything.
We are from the moment you get into the car, because if you need to go someplace now, you use your navigation system and all. I don't know anybody that's ever, nobody even has a map in their glove compartment anymore.
Most people don't know how to use maps. If you're not a
That's right.
minimum of 40 years old or 30, even that's debatable. You can't use a map. Anybody under 30 doesn't know how to use a map.
Yeah. And you don't need it because you open up your phone and you put in the address where you're going, and you click it and it talks to you,
Right.
and we'll get you there. Uh, I you mentioned Siri
Yeah.
or Alexa. We have to
Yeah.
say it softer, or both of our houses are going to go off.
Yeah. They're
But
surrounded.
they do almost everything. You say what's the temperature, and it tells you what
Absolutely.
the temperature is and what the forecast is for the rest of the day and overnight. Uh, it
Well, yeah.
mine goes on and lets me know when there's a package that's just been delivered at the front door.
Mine does too. It'll tell me that. On top of that, you've got the ring. So I've
Yeah,
got the camera. Then you've got Amazon who takes a picture and uploads it to your account.
right. And
So it's like,
Yeah, and Ring shows you the delivery guy that just dropped it at your
At
front.
what time? Now, look, I think some of this, again, it's a blessing and a curse. Some of it's great, because if you have something like even just the Ring in general, have you ever just gone back and looked at your videos at night? like, like, and you see some of that on TikTok, like random people that come up to your door at night
Right.
to check if it's open, or they just stand there. I haven't seen any of that yet, knock on wood, but I have seen animals. I've seen raccoons, possums, a coyote, cats.
Well, and
Um,
the other thing too is if there is a package on your front porch and somebody else decides they're going to come up and take it, and
you got it.
now you have a record of who it is, maybe that you can the police can catch the people that are doing that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
So it, like you said, it works foreign because I mean I have been in a situation where no matter where I'm at, if there's a delivery guy at my front door, my Ring goes off. And I have been in a situation in an office where all of a sudden it's quiet and it's a serious
Right.
visit,
Serious
and all of
meeting,
a
right?
sudden you hear that jingle go off and the ring, because you forgot to turn your phone off. So yeah, we have become slaves to all of
We
these
are.
things.
We
We
are.
all thought it was funny when it first came out. Now it's almost like we can't live without it.
Well, and again, it goes with like all the apps and all things. And here's the thing too, like we're conditioned to when you wake up, most of the people, I would wager to say 90% of the people, maybe 80, get up and they check their phone. What do they check it? Email, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They scroll, they check it before they're even out of bed. They check it.
Well, yeah, because
Why?
they're checking to see if there's any texts that they might have
Yep.
missed.
But
Oh,
here's the thing: why?
yeah.
We're slave to that now. So now we're like, okay, I've got the Ring, so I'm going to check the Ring every day and look at footage, even if there's nothing. I'm just going to look at footage. Like we're so focused on that.
Yeah. Uh, if we ever leave the house, we still have a landline in the house, and also we have an answer. The answering service on the phone. When we come home, one of the first things usually Lauren does, go over, pick up the handset, and listen. If it goes beep 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 beep, then that means check to see your messages.
But it's
And she,
probably not important. It's not important.
and I'd say at least 50% of the time there were no messages there anyway, but you get conditioned to check to see if they are. Uh, I, she gets a lot more messages and all than phone calls than I do, and I usually have my phone on mute, so sometimes I don't even get, But your phone also, if it's in your pocket and it's off, it's set on vibrate, and so that
Typically, yeah, yeah,
also lets
typically.
you know that something's going on.
I put my phone, I've been doing way better because I am that guy who's like, okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. Let me scan here. Let me promote this. Let me tag this. Uh, I put my phone on do not disturb, um, because I don't care. Because I can still do what I need to do without dealing with the other stuff.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, again, Luke's at school. My phone's not on do not disturb. If Luke's not home with me, my phone's not on do not disturb just in case. But if he's here, who do I need to talk to if an emergency happens?
But
I
do
mean,
you ever run into the situation where somebody finally gets in touch with you and says, "Dude, I've been calling you for the last 3 hours. Where
no,
were
because they've
you?"
been texting me for the last 3 hours. Nobody even calls anymore. They just text.
That's true.
Why am I paying for a phone service when everybody texts? I can use internet calling. I don't even need to call anybody anymore.
That's right.
I do it when I'm driving so I don't get an accident or get a ticket. That's the only reason I call somebody.
And one of the other things, you come out of a major store and you walk out in the parking lot. Where did I park my car? You just take out your key, you press a button, and all of a sudden your car's going beep 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 beep. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there I am. I'm over in aisle 3.
Or it's started already. You can auto start your car, or you can just look at it with the GPS and be like, "Oh, it parked right there. Let me go."
And you're and not so much for us here in Texas, but all those people up north, man, all you got to do is you're sitting there having your cup of coffee and your breakfast and everything, start the car
Boom.
remotely. You already got the heater set. By the
That's
time you go
it.
out and get in the car, man,
That's all you got to do. I
we
mean,
become
it is
creatures to.
cool. It's cool to a degree,
Yeah.
but I also think it makes us less independent. It makes some of us really weird socially.
Well, and if you really want to know how dependent you are on all of that stuff, wait till the power goes off in the house for a while,
Yeah.
and you realize, oh well, we'll just watch some TV. No, can't do that. Uh, why don't we? We'll call somebody. Oh, wait, we don't have any phone service. I mean,
Well,
everything.
then you're conserving it. You're like, well, I could watch something on my tablet that I downloaded. I may not have internet, but I can use, my gigs to watch Netflix or whatever. But then you're like, what if the power's gone for a long time? I got to keep this phone charged. Otherwise, I got to go out in the car and charge it, and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. So we have become a creature of it for sure.
we really have. We really have. And like I said, I'm into a lot of it. And then some of it I'm not. The older I get, the more I'm like, but why? Why do I need this? Like I was up to it all the way to about a couple years ago. I was on board. I was like, give me everything. I want tech everything. Now I'm like,
Sure.
I don't
You know,
want it anymore.
well, every year. Oh, what iPhone do you have? You have the
Right.
the 8. We're up to 14 now.
Like you're dropping an iPhone 14 that quite frankly, the only cool thing I'll say about this new iPhone, and I'm an iPhone guy, the only thing I'll say new that I like about it is the GPS emergency calling if you don't have a signal. Like being able, like, especially when I go camping and stuff like that, or you're traveling, what if your signal goes out? And you can't get, now they've got that GPS for people, it's
Yeah.
specifically for people that are hiking. I think that's cool. I think that's great.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not
they've got
enough
they
of,
got Starlink.
well, yeah,
You had LoJack that was something you could put on the car to locate
to
somebody.
find your car if they stole it.
Yeah, yeah,
But I mean, being able to be out in the woods and being out in some of these places and have that where I can get a hold of somebody and call somebody no matter what without service is cool. It's not enough of a feature for me to upgrade my phone, which is a 12 plus, and I
yeah.
love it.
And you used to have all these different things to do, different uh uh tracking things. Now you gotta watch. And all
Mhm.
that, what is it, the new iWatch or something like that,
Yeah,
that does everything. It
yeah.
takes your blood pressure and heart rate and tells you the time of the day. It tells you when you got an appointment coming up. It rings. I mean, I've been places where people all of a sudden you're
Start talking.
talking to them. Yeah, and oh, excuse me, just a minute. Yeah. Oh, really? He did? Oh, okay. Well, we're just finishing up dinner with some friends, but I'll call you when I get into the car.
Right. It's like a Dick Tracy watch from way back in the day. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
it's 2022 and we got it now,
Yeah. All of a sudden, Dick Tracy and the Jetsons
Yeah,
have
and yeah,
are
it's
real.
cool. It's like spy tech.
Yeah. And what you just said is, and everybody that has it starts to tell somebody else about it, and then somebody else says, "Oh, I got to get the latest thing." You
Some
know,
of the things are scary though, and I mean, we know Apple's a corrupt company anyway. They got us by the what, but some of it's creepy because of what you can do. I always question why. Like the latest app, and I don't know, but the latest app update that they did, you can shut off your locations, no problem. Like, okay, but oh God, Apple just cut me off. But you can shut off your locations, but if you go to that specific app, you better make sure that it's off also in that app because it'll say, okay, it's off in the app, but when you post a picture, now it says precise locations. They have literally taken it to where you snap a picture. It doesn't just say, I took a picture in Denver, Colorado, Frisco, Texas, whatever. It tells you the street it's on. And when you post that, everybody and their brother can tell you what street you were on and when. And I'm thinking to myself, Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why do I need to advertise to the world where I hang out, at what time, what detail? I do that anyway. I don't need them to track me down. And it's really scary for kids. Like, it's a huge thing for kids. And Apple just goes like, why do we want to share the precise location? I don't understand.
Yeah. And I Googled something just this morning. I was looking for something to purchase. And I went in, I looked at it. It was a shirt, and I looked at a couple of different colors. And I thought, okay, fine. I click out of it, gone. 5 minutes later, I get an email from
Yeah,
that service that said, "Oh, we noticed you were looking at something." And how did you notice I was looking at something?
it's insane.
The-
I've looked up vacation trips and bam, I'm getting inundated on Facebook. Facebook's the worst, but that's because Zuckerberg's an idiot. But
yeah.
um, and he's awful, and I can't wait to watch his downfall. But I want it to happen. I mean, it'll affect me, but I want it to happen
It,
because I just don't think he's a good person.
yeah. Well, we probably should say goodbye before we get cut off by Big Brother,
Good old Zuck's gonna put me
either
back in
Apple
Facebook.
or Facebook.
It's crazy. Like I start looking at like Airbnbs, and all of a sudden, nothing but
That's right.
Airbnbs.
And oh, by the way, if you book, within the next 48 hours, you'll get a $50 credit or something like that.
And then you're just hooked. I mean, even and the worst is around the holidays too, because that just starts coming out of the woodwork, man. That's crazy.
That's right. And then go try and find the little button that says unsubscribe.
Yeah. Good luck. A lot of times you might as well just create a fake, like a spam account, like create another email account. So anytime you have to sign up for something stupid, because that's the thing,
Yeah.
everybody wants you to sign up for something.
Right.
Like you can even apply for a job at a store and they won't let you submit the application until you sign up to receive emails from them. You're like, I don't even work here yet. I don't want to get an email from you.
Right. Well, and not only that, but then you get 3 or 4 more emails saying, "We understand you were looking for a position. We now have a position open with our company." I don't care about your company.
Right. I don't even know who you are.
That's right. You're not even in the same state.
Right. They're like, we have a position for you in North Dakota. Who wants to go to North
That's right.
Dakota?
And we'll pay for the relocation too.
Right. Oh, God.
Well, we ain't relocating anywhere. We're going to be
No.
right here, same place, same time next week, and I hope you'll be here with us. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but I know Halloween's coming up, so we're probably going to be talking about that pretty soon.
Thank God.
Watch your Facebook page for all the invitations to the Halloween parties.
That's fine because nobody I know is sending me any.
All right. Catch you later, bro. Bye.